Hi everybody, Chelsea here with Resource Depot. I'm here with Cynthia Maronet, and she is a local artist and wonderful creative person, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her pieces she has here in our Ways to Wonder exhibition.
Well, Chelsea, it's an honor to be here and filming this with you to explain the journey that I've been on. We were just talking about what am I now? It's like, am I an artist? And I really feel like I'm a creative because things that used to be just sacks of shells that we collected over a 20-year period of going to the West Coast to the beach every summer became a media for me. And so when my friends would ask me, what are you doing over the not the holidays, but for the last year during our, quarantine, and I said, I'm gluing. And so I'm the plein air painter that put down her brushes and decided to just set up basically a Montessori school in my house, and so that I had different tables in my house and different areas, and I have a little small studio in my house that became a creative space, so I could just go from one to the other. And then the centerpiece of all this was the I call it the shell factory. And so anyway, so I had gotten these spheres, they're styrofoam spheres, and over the last, I think I started in March until through the holidays, I started making spheres this size, and I call them ocean seascapes. And so they're piecing together shells that have been collected on morning walks in an area called Inglewood on the west coast of Florida that also has lots of shark's teeth. So on this last one is, of course the last one's a favorite. It has lots of fossil bones and shark's teeth along with all of the shells. I would say 95% of the shells that I've used here were collected by me and my sister-in-law or things like that. So they're intimate, and but it was what I've realized by working with repurposed materials is that they become an art form, and they take on shape, color, repetition, all of the things that as an artist I want to bring into everything that I create. So that's why I was doing, why I had such a good time with this, and it was a wonderful experience for me. And what it did is it took me back to what we did for all those summers, and that was we'd get up and walk on the beach and come back and have lunch and read under the trees. We do all kinds, watch the dolphins swim by and let the crabs bite our toes in the surf, things like that. So it took me almost to an alternate universe as sitting at that table or standing at the table working on these pieces, and some really happy memories. So.
I think that's a great inspiration because I think many of us have things we've collected over the years.
Yes.
And there was usually a journey or something involved in that collection, like going through store shopping with your friends or whatever it is, and we have these things. So to repurpose them, and then in the making process, it's like you're reliving those memories. And to me, I look at these, and because I've heard that from you, I do think they're also about family. And they're not only about nature, but they're about family and the people you spent time collecting these shells with.
Right.
You've been an artist for quite a while now. Like you said, many people know you as a plein air painter. Do you have advice for young artists that are coming up in the community, that are trying to work, that are maybe going to school, whatever? Any advice?
I think the best advice, and I also taught art at the Armory and whatever. I think the most vital thing people can do is to draw. And it's there. You don't have to have 10 jillion supplies, a couple of pencils, a pad of paper. You can set up a still life on really your dining room table and draw from life. And I think that was so many young people want to draw from a photograph, but that's flattening the image and flattening So by setting up 2 salt shakers and a spoon, that's a still life. Draw it and then do it again and then do it again. And because you need to be able to express your vision visually when you're trying to set up something and as you're drawing concepts and things like that. Drawing is crucial. Then after that, painting, color complicates everything. Very, very much complicates things. And you as a photographer know that as black and white, boy, you throw in color, whew. And so, yeah, so I think the basic steps is just to draw and make it a ritual, like almost keeping a journal and drawing almost every day. And I try to do that, so.
What made you want to be an artist?
I think I have to be an artist because when I'm making art, it goes to a nonverbal, intuitive realm of my brain that needs to have that outlet. I write, I'm very blessed. I'm good at a lot of different things, but I need to go to a space that is just me, and that you can just create. And you can call it going into the zone or whatever, but it is all nonverbal, and you're just trusting yourself and your vision. And so I have to make art. I have to do things like that. So
we have absolutely loved working with you. We worked on you for our other show, Elemental.
Yes.
Where we took your paintings and transformed them into, I always call them like stuff paintings. They're assemblages, but I always like them as like they're still paintings, but they're just with stuff. Yeah. Did that influence what happened with these, do you think?
I think these are a culmination of what happened with the Elemental show that was with my fellow landscape painter, who I'm painting with again almost once a week at least, Tina Kraft. And then Chelsea and Jennifer asked us to create, each of us blew up a square painting to 48 by 48. And then we worked with, we think 80 or 90 different people to glue and create pathways. And so what that helped me do is I fell into the recycle, repurpose, reuse, reseed, because everyone that was working on it also did too, because we were looking for greens, we were looking for reds. It didn't matter what it was. We need something that's star-like here. We need something. So the objects transformed, and they were reinvented. And you would never think, a bottle cap could be so monumental as they are on those collages. When I had a one-person show in Palm Beach Gardens, summer before last, and I showed that one piece, and people were they stood in front of it for 15 minutes, and I think all of us have done that. And but it's a language. They became color and all of those important things.
Is there anything else you want the audience to know about you or your work?
The good news is I am painting again. I think I went through. My life was complicated. Like whose life isn't complicated? But I just wasn't painting, and I was doing big drawings, and I thought, let me go back to drawing. And so I've done some pretty large charcoals recently and things like that. So the good news is I'm painting from life. I'm going outside, freezing last Wednesday. It was rather cold to be out there, and I was with my down jacket and stuff. So it's a positive step for me to be painting again. So and not going my way.
It's just another way of expression.
It is. So, but it's an honor to be here and pleasure.
Well, we love working with you, Cynthia. We love having you be involved with Resource Depot, and we've gotten some beautiful reactions to these, and Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone, come and see the Waste to Wonder exhibition.
Very good.